Crypto market, as always, just surprised a lot of people. You're watching Bitcoin doing something which it has done in the past. But before it actually popped like that, what did the price show you? That is the interesting fact you have to look at. That is something which I discussed in the yesterday's video saying, guys, watch this. And I went through detailed post in the group saying, okay, these are the different possibilities. And right now we're watching that the price action is doing something similar. What about XRP? Where are we right now? What are we doing? What can we look forward to? That's a big question for any XRP holder who's looking at the market. But the macro picture is for the entire market. And the micro picture for us is the XRP. We're going to do both of them here, breaking things down so that we know which direction we're going. Because we all understand different levels has been there. I was highlighting that to you guys. We then broke through that range. Boom, we shot off. Now if you are in the crypto market, you're watching literally a lot of these tokens popping. Say Render is up 20+% for the day and close to 50% for the month. We call that out way before. DYDX is up 20+% again for the day and up 60% for the week and 100% for the month. We had our target set. If you look at YFI or Yon Finance, it's 11% for the day, but 100% up for the month and 85% for the week. We had our call for this. That was like 60% and we already hit that. You have a lot of different assets in the market doing what it should do. And if you are in the group, if you were following the SI family, you already knew all of these were about to pop. The market is giving you a life-changing opportunity right now. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Or in fact, we are becoming the top 10% right now. So if you look at these, we did go through a lot of these, giving you guys the right idea, saying, guys, watch, these are the different possibilities. Now, XRP did hit the support one, and then it started bouncing off. Now, that's, yes, the past. What can we look for at this point in time? Bitcoin on a daily looks like this. Great. We broke that down yesterday and we highlighted this is what we are looking at. But what does that mean for the entire market? I would argue that the macro and the direction which we are going, that's what matters for the entire market segment. Remember, when we were here close to $25,000, a lot of people had the argument of everything going back down. The same people will come to you saying this is going to happen. We're going to come back down to 25K. So it depends on who you want to look and learn from. This is going to make a huge difference in your life in next 6 months. Now, why am I saying that? Because the market gives you something. What is that? An opportunity. This is what it looks like in the crypto market. This is the total crypto market. If you actually understand what happened in the past, this range has been a great support resistance zone here. If you understand that. Right now, we broke through that. If you want clarity, think about this. When we broke that to the downside, it was in May 2022. So that was during the Luna crash or the terror of Luna, 550 days before. Right now, here we are breaking through back to the upside. So the volatility which we had during, understand this, the Luna crisis, the Celsius crisis, and at the end, here we got the FTX. We are now erasing all of them trending to the upside. And that's why we are slow. We're just starting to trend higher. As soon as you see a retest and a bounce, this is going to kill a lot of people in short. But if you are a bull, you're going to see a lot of different perspective. Now, take the same idea into the altcoin segment. If you are heavy in altcoin, this is what you really want to see. Say, this is the market. First, we clean everything up so you know what you're looking at. You want to put that idea here and ask the question, okay, that's the total crypto market, which we just discussed about. What's the altcoin segment doing? This is excluding Ether. it is showing you it is just starting that burst. You haven't even had the biggest pump here. So that is one of the primary reason why you're watching a lot of different coins doing this. 40, 50, 100% a week in the crypto market is not a small thing, because you're watching now we are going closer and closer to $1.5 trillion. That's $500 billion more entering crypto market, which is 50% of its actual size coming into the crypto market. Great. Now, if that's the idea, people would actually ask, okay, fine, what does all this mean for XRP holders? Yeah, that's where we are coming into. See, we have a trend line here. This previous support turned into a resistance. Great. So 1 point here, 2 here. Then if you actually extend that, you will see how the price actually moved. Now, it was highly volatile. I should say extremely volatile. You did all this mess while you were going up. Now, as of now, if you do look at that, what are we really doing here? For me, I'm like, okay, we're kind of repeating the history. We are not doing something new here. We're kind of repeating what we have done in the past. So all this volatility is just a part of it. For me, this is a buying opportunity. For me, this is a buy the dip movement in the market. Now, if you want more clarity, what you would usually do is to put in a basic indicator, which is the moving average. Where is the moving average? Because on a weekly, when you come back down, that usually acts as a support. Great. You just reach close to that 0.59. We had put our argument of 0.58 and 0.6, and we did reach that range, kind of half of that, right? The mid segment of that. And we started bouncing off. Now, if you're on a monthly, this is what you're watching. As of now, you're still in what? Bull territory. You haven't actually reached the bear territory here, confirming a double top here. You're not doing that. Rather, you're trying to test and break this range, because that range has been a resistance, then turned into a support, now acting as a resistance. So as soon as you see this break, we may get a retest for sure. I agree. So we may go up to $1 and then come back down to 0.75 to retest and then bounce off. This is a healthy scenario on a macro level, because we have seen something similar. Last time, the volatility was too much because of the SEC lawsuit. This time, the volatility was high because of the same reason. One, they got sued. Two, we got clarity. And I'm like, market is weird. Whether it's positive or negative, it kind of acts in a similar way. But yeah, that's what the market is doing right now. After that, if you actually put things into scale, you need to look at this. We came back up almost 80% of that red candle or that bearish candle. That's exactly what we're doing here. We had a long candle, a wick. We closed that Monday. The next month started turning bullish. But the biggest run from that 0.5 towards $2 came in just 1 month. So yes, XRP is going to do something really great, something big. But you will watch a lot of these other currencies taking your attention away from XRP. That's where the trap lies. If you jump around watching these green candles, it may not end well. Because say, for example, this is one of the charts which we posted a month and a half back. Back then, the price was like $1, $1.50. Now we are here above this, $5. You don't want to find that asset to trade. Why? Because if you're a long-term guy selling your big bag to trade something, you need a long room to the upside so that you can trade it all the way to the upside. But if not, listen to me. This means you are going to kill your golden goose to get a silver plate. No food inside that. That's the reality. You want to make sure you buy something which has a long way to the upside. We are doing just that, like this. This was before, right? Giving you guys all the ideas. So if you want to join the family where 680 plus members are taking benefit of that, you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. If on Twitter, it's on the bio. Now, one of the key things you have to understand, when you choose any asset, look at what it is doing. Look at the utility, look at the daily volume, look at the exchanges participating in that, meaning where the majority of volume comes from. Now you get which area of the market is focusing on that. Now, it may not give you directly that. You have to go down, look at which currencies are pushing more money in. Is it from Bitcoin? Is it from Ether? Is there a lot of manipulation? This kind of gives you that edge. Once you study that, then you understand what the market is about to do and you place yourself into that range. Now, yes, a lot of people are going through the one-on-one session and we are discussing about different possibilities in the market. But understand one thing. For XRP, it always seems to be the last guy which moves. But this time around, it's been surprising us. It was one of the first coin to pop. It's one of the first coin to retrace back, giving us a rounded bottom pattern here. We have seen something similar in history in a lot of different assets. We have discussed about that thoroughly. We have seen exactly same thing happening in other assets in last cycle. And we know what they did after that. They did kind of a 30x after that. Right. If we put that into perspective, 10x from here is like $6, 30x is $18. So if your range is 14 to 24, you are already in the big segment of that. You want to make sure you understand what the market is about to do. If XRP is about to run to $18 to $20 or 15 plus, you need to know where you're going to take profits. You need to know which exchanges allow you to do that. Now, the overall market as of now for XRP, it's just showing you one thing. If you are focused on the price action, you already know this. This is what we are looking at. And these kind of patterns in a bullish trend usually break to the upside. We have seen similar things. We have seen something similar. Even during that time, we talked about this. Watch. We have seen something similar. Watch. We have seen something similar. We break to the upside. We consolidate. We break to the upside. We consolidate. We break to the upside. So when the market is doing something it has done over and over again, you really don't want to go against it unless it breaks a macro trend and it finds it's really hard to get back in. So if the price go here and get rejected, what you would like to see is this acting as a support. Say we get rejected from here, we come back down and then bounce back here. This is the optimal situation for XRP on a short-term chart. If that does not happen, that's something negative. We want to see what the hell is happening, who's manipulating the price, how things are evolving, because this is a short-term chart. And then take it to a macro segment to understand, okay, this is what's happening here. What should I look for? What are the different possibilities? Because say you have a rounded bottom here. It can also be a cup and handle. It can also be a cup and handle. You get this rejection. Then you start moving up where your measured move for that cup and handle would be something like this. So to put that in numbers, you can measure that and say, okay, that's like a 60% move as we break that, which would push us above $1.3 segment, which would be a great thing because FOMO should enter at the psychological levels. For XRP, that is going to be close to $1 and above. And as soon as you reach $2, people are going to go crazy. Because a lot of people who are new in here, they have only seen the $2 top. They haven't yet experienced the all-time highs of $3.8. So for them, anything above $2 is kind of all-time highs. They feel that way. The FOMO will enter in that segment. Wave 1 has been okay. Compared to last cycle, it was great. Wave 2 is going to be the biggest one which we should be focusing on. You will see a lot of different assets performing. So if you are looking to trade, only take 10 or 15% of your portfolio to trade other assets. Otherwise, you may end up doing a lot of mistakes. You don't want to do that because when you're trading, keep this in mind, clear. You don't want your emotions to be attached to it too much. At that moment, even if you take a trade and it drops 5% and you're levered 3, that's 15% down and you're like, what should I do? Should I buy more? Should I cut the loss? That's what happens. But if you are not emotionally attached to that, it's just 10% of your portfolio. You give it the breathing room it requires and then it pops to your target. You take profit. You don't become too greedy saying, let me wait a little bit. Let me wait a little bit. Don't do that. When the price comes to your target based on your measured move, that's your study. The price reached there, you take the profit. Why? Because at that point, what you have done in the market, the study, the analysis, and your target has been met. Now it's uncharted area. You really don't know when it's going to reverse. So that's one of the reasons whenever we reach these segments, I tell you guys, like, guys, it reached our target. Take some profits. It reached our target. It reached our target. And recently, I've been saying that a lot because I've been positioning you guys for this, just this, from last 2-3 months. Now we are watching all those taking off, hitting our targets, 100, 200, 300% move up. Now, some of these assets are just getting started. That's where it's really interesting. Yes, some of them have already took off, but some of them are taking off right now. So that gives you the opportunity when you are in the SI family. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button for me. And if you haven't watched recent videos, make sure you at least watch last 3 or 4. This is going to be key for next 3, 5, 6 months. That's it. You may not actually have another year like people projecting this into 2025. You will be surprised of how things happen. If there is a reverse market crash, guys, watch. It's going to be really bad. Take your time, learn through the history, and make sure you're positioned well enough. So that's it for today. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.